Hello, my name is Alex, but you can call me Cosmic Skeptic. I want you to donate your money and time to support me in my one-man mission to convert the world to atheism. But why? Why would I support you when there are so many other contenders who are in some way more talented, more intelligent, or, I don't know, just more remarkable? Look at that fine fellow over there, the amazing atheist. Yes, with a blazing American flag on his chest. Why shouldn't I give my money to a more established, esteemed voice for atheism? Oh, no, you're missing the point. If you support me, you're supporting a new, clean, respectable face for atheism, straight out of the august halls of Cambridge and Oxford, England. I have a university degree in divinity, which makes about as much fucking sense as supporting someone who's guilty of fucking massacres in World War II to head the Simon Wiesenthal Center. But let's not even fucking mention that. I study divinity. I am known at Oxford and Cambridge, and I don't come with any of the horrible, sexually disturbing baggage that you might associate with the amazing atheist here and his, shall we say, history of amateur adult films. And, there are none of the disturbing nuances of the private sex life of Matt Dillahunty hidden in my closet. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Do you remember that video where he admits that his wife, now his ex-wife, was a sex worker and that he was currently dating a sex? Remember that stuff? No. I'm much more of a respectable, university-educated, crypto right-wing figure who feels perfectly comfortable using a lot of, fringe alt-right watchwords in my video and hanging out with Jordan Peterson, McKenna. Back me. It'll turn out way better. Trust me. Well, I don't know. It's just not really a very compelling bargain on the whole. I mean, for me to dig into my pocket, get out money, and put it into your hands, there has to be some sense of urgency. I gave money to Matt Dillahunty for 5 years. Nothing changed. I gave money to Matt Dillahunty for another 5 years. Nothing changed. I watched The Amazing Atheist for I don't even know how many years. Nothing really changed. There were no outcomes. There was no sense of a sudden, immediate change in the world that would justify the fundraising. I've got it. Just sit there. Just sit tight right there. Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this, people? Yeah. Atheism, atheism versus religion. That's gone on for centuries, right? And it's going, but think about the suffering of the animals. Think about this beautiful chicken, you can pet it, you can feel its fur, you can see the happiness in its eyes. Think about the suffering of the animals. Oh man, this is gonna be gangbusters. Here's a cow. This cow, it has dreams just like you and me. It can do multiplication tables, but not long division. Cows, chickens, pigs. Think about the suffering. Think about the happiness and the suffering. Think about the utilitarian calculus involved here. Now give me your money. Okay? Because it's not just about destroying the influence of the Catholic Church in society anymore. It's not just taking on the Muslims and the Pakis and whatever. Don't even quote me on that, okay? It's about these poor, innocent, lovely animals with their big eyes, okay? And again, I don't want to deal with any of that kinky, gross sexual liberation stuff. I'm going to sit on my ass here at Cambridge and Oxford and just collect your money. So now it's two. It's 2 for 1. You got it? We got the animals, veganism, and atheism in the same package deal.
We're told to be humble because it will ultimately be better for us.
I want to talk about 5 things that the left tells women that just make me mad.
Nobody needs to be talked into hedonism. The 7 deadly sins of Roman Catholic tradition: greed, envy, gluttony, pride, wrath, sloth, lust. These sins are not sins because they somehow offend an omnipotent being, as if that were even possible, or because humans are too free and in need of some kind of repression, but because these things themselves, whilst attractive in the short term, almost always lead us to long-term ruin. Hedonism does not work. The history of philosophy paints a life of indulgence and pleasure as anathema to a life of meaning, and this was discovered just as painfully by the ancients as it is by the modern skinny fat teenager with an addiction to pornography.
Why can't a woman fulfill her potential at home raising her children? What does potential even mean? Why does the left insist on telling women that sex with random people is empowering? It's not. It's just not.
Would I rather be a sinner? Maybe in the short term. It takes years for someone who enjoys being lazy to realize that maybe they could have done with a bit more discipline in their life. For someone who treats sex like it's nothing, to realize that in the long term this might actually have an effect on your ability to form meaningful relationships, just one of which is worth a lifetime of casual encounters.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons that having sex with people outside of marriage is not empowering. It's easy to convince yourself and lie to yourself and say, well, I like sex. So if I like sex, then it must be empowering for me to get it however I want it.
Hey guys, I have an important announcement to make today. Remember a few years ago I said that you should support me and only me and not these other slightly crazy, obviously stupid and poorly educated YouTubers in our centuries-long mission to, create a fucking atheist world order or whatever. You remember how I promised I was of some kind of higher intellectual caliber and higher moral caliber? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me get my props. Yeah. Suffering of the animals, all that stuff. Well, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is I still have your money. All the money you gave to me, it's still in my bank account where it belongs. So thank you for your years of generous support in which I have accomplished absolutely nothing aside from interviewing Michaela Peterson and completely selling out the vegan cause. Thank you. On the other hand, it turns out I have what we call, in technical parlance, an excuse. Yes, that's right. I talked this over a great deal with my therapist, and my therapist told me that I have an excuse that I have to share with you all. Now, nobody likes to use words like crazy. Nobody wants to say, I can't be vegan anymore because I'm too crazy or I'm too stupid. No. That would put me on the same level as, my rivals down there. People like Matt Dillahunty, that whore fucking degenerate. I almost said fucking degenerate. That's even better. Yeah. I'm not on the same level as some whore fucking degenerate like Matt Dillahunty, whose creepy BDSM open relationship we all know a little bit too much about. Okay? I'm not some clown like the amazing atheist. No. Okay? I'm not some halfwit. I'm a highly refined, university-educated intellectual. So I can't just come out and tell you that I'm too stupid and too crazy to be vegan after years of preaching this shit to you. What I have to tell you is that I have, what is the Latin term again? An excuse. I have an excuse. Thank you. That was my therapist there, the Jew with the beard. Very good therapist. Let me just say, I have an excuse. And the excuse is that I had what's called a mental health crisis and I crap my pants. And if that's not good enough for you, guess what? You're not getting your money back, so go fuck yourselves.
That's a topic for a video.